Raju Vegesna, Chief Evangelist for Zoho. Good to be here. I briefly want to talk about how to run your business on Zoho. Right. So we know that businesses need lots of software. Well, you need software for pretty much everything these days, as Ian said. It's about the software is becoming the underlying fabric where you run your entire business. There is all pretty much various aspects of your business where to improve productivity you need software. But then there are when you talk about software, it's pretty generic. There are pieces there are pieces of software that are used by anyone in an organization, like something like email. Right? It's needed by everyone in an organization. Like a document management, we all create documents on a daily basis, or like an office suite, spreadsheets, presentations. And then there are many other pieces to communicate with each other, like maybe a chat system. You may be chatting with your colleagues. So this is all software, right? And then communicating or collaborating with your colleagues, maybe some project management software if you're working on some projects, or maybe a social networking tool if you're discussing on various aspects with your colleagues. So there are these various pieces of software that are used by everyone in the company pretty much, most of the cases. And then there are some departmental applications. So there are applications that are used by an individual department. Let's say your sales team will need something like a CRM system. Your marketing team may need something like an email marketing application. And maybe your support team will need some support apps, customer support through email-based support or telephone-based support. So there are various aspects of support so you need some software to be productive there. And the list goes on. So every department, like your accounting department, needs software that can maybe connect to your bank and get your reports and see them, track the money that is coming in and money that is going out of your business, or maybe send out invoices and accept payments through just online, right? Where there are applications that are used by everyone in a business, and then there are applications used by individual departments in the business. So a typical business, based on what I have seen, ends up using maybe 20, 30, 40 pieces of software to really run their business, especially a decent sized business, 100 plus, 200 plus employees. That obviously means you end up getting software from multiple vendors, 10 different vendors, 20 different vendors. And it could get really tricky. It's like juggling 20 different pieces at the same time, because you have software from 20 different vendors. Now, the next challenge is how do you integrate these pieces together to make sure that it works for your business? Because there is no one vendor that offers all these pieces. So you end up getting these software pieces from multiple vendors. And you end up spending a lot of time in integrating these individual pieces. Interestingly, recently I saw an article from IDC, a research from IDC, that said for every dollar that businesses spend on purchasing software, they spend $7.85 on integrating them. So imagine the problem. So you're spending 7 to 8 times more on integrating the software than you spend on the software. So the software purchasing cost is actually less than the integration cost. And that is because, well, you have software from 10 different vendors or 20 different vendors, and you have to make it work. So we are trying to solve that problem. I mean, we are trying to come up with a unique solution that integrates all these individual pieces and offer it to the customers at a good price so that you can pretty much run your business on Zoho. That's the goal. But then telling something like this is easy for us, right? You can just offer some pieces of software and give it to you and hoping that customers will use it. But we didn't start it that way. What we said is, We are a 1700 people company. We are in 5 countries, so we do business in multiple currencies, multiple languages, and we do have several partners around the world. What if we build a software to run our own business? If a 1700 people company can run on Zoho, we believe many customers can benefit from it. So today, Zoho runs on Zoho. We pretty much run our entire operations on Zoho, and we have multiple locations, and we do business in multiple countries, multiple languages, and we just build the products for our own use. There are still some missing pieces, so assume that those products are coming. But that's pretty much what we believe. So when a 1700 employee company can benefit from Zoho, and we believe, many of you can benefit from it. And we are noticing that too. We are noticing that many businesses are signing up with the same thing in mind. But what does that mean, right? Maybe I'll just get things started and give you an idea on what are the various pieces of software that we offer. So let's say you're starting a business. What is the first thing you do? Well, first thing you do is register a domain. We partnered with GoDaddy and we offer domain registration. So you can go to zoho.com and register a domain. And the next step after you register a domain is host a website. We offer this application called Zoho Sites, where you can create a website. You don't have to write any code, pretty much go online, drag and drop a few things, just type in your content and host your website. We have had some companies who hosted their website in 1 hour and went live under their own domain. But if you register the domain with us, there is an inherent advantage where we automatically give you an email account with your business domain, which means your email can be configured for free to start with, and you have your email addresses under the new domain. So, and by the way, the email is free for 5 users. So if you're a business with less than 5 users, it's free, and there's no catch there. We don't do ads, and it's genuinely free version. And we recently expanded that too. If you recommend this to your friends, you can almost get 20 users free in Zoho email. And by the way, the email includes calendaring, task management, notes, and several other things. So you get the entire package and all optimized for your business, which means you can just replace our logo with your own business logo, with your own business domain, and all of that. So building a website, hosting an email, getting the email addresses under your business, all of these can be done in a couple of hours. And then you get to other productivity things like document management. We offer a really good document management solution with a central repository for all your documents. In fact, we also offer an office suite, a word processor, spreadsheet, and presentation applications where you can create documents, share documents, and we also enable collaborative editing. In other words, let's say we have 10 people working on a document. 10 of us can jump on the same document or the same spreadsheet and make changes at the same time, and we'll be able to view each other's changes in real time. And by the way, while making changes, we can also chat with each other. And all of this is possible in Zoho Docs. And we are pretty aggressive on pricing too, by the way. You get 5 gigs of storage space for free, and then you pay $5 a month, that'll give you about 250 gigs, and $8 a month, that's about 1 terabyte. That's one of the aggressive pricings you'll see out there in the market. So this is 1 terabyte. I mean, most of us don't even have a 1 terabyte hard drives on our laptops, but that's the pricing that we've been using. And by the way, just about 10 days back, we launched a new feature called Sync, which means there is a small plugin that you install on your desktop. You drag your document onto that folder, and the document is synchronized to the cloud. So your documents are available anywhere you are, and they can be synchronized with all your desktops. So it works on Macs, it works on PCs, and it works on Linux systems as well. And we are expanding that to mobile. Then document management is one part. We talked about something like an Office suite. And there are many other collaborations that you would need, like collaboration applications, like instant messaging. You could be on, a Zoho network. Maybe your customer could be on Skype, or they could be on Google Talk, or maybe Yahoo, AOL, doesn't matter. Zoho offers a chat system where you can communicate with all users across these IM networks. Again, collaboration. We also have something called web conferencing, where you can share, you can start meetings and share your desktop with other users. Again, another collaboration tool that you need to run your business. Project management tools, if you're working on many projects, really nice project management tools. If you're, again, we really price it right. If you're working on one project, the application is free. And there's no limit to the number of users, because we really want you to make it work for you. And if you're working on more than one project, then you'll enter the paid editions. But it's a really good project management application. And there are many other tools like discussion forums, private social networks. But then these are all the applications that are typically used by anyone in a business. So these are the broad set of apps. But then there are other applications that are specific to, say, certain departments, like managing your customer information. And these are applications like CRM, where you can centrally manage your customer information. We'll get into that into detail. I think most of you are pretty familiar, and most of you are using Zoho CRM. So it's a nice way to manage your customers, but then manage your customer information is just one part of the CRM system. There is a lot more depth to the application there. Then we also have applications like Zoho Campaigns, where you can send out mass emails to your customers. This application was launched fairly recently, but it quickly became one of the most popular applications from Zoho, where if you want to send out mass emails to your customers, maybe say 500,000 of your customers in a single go, you can quickly do that. You can customize your email template and send out a mass email, and you have enough to not open the email. So like that, you can do some follow-up campaigns, and you can also do some interesting analysis and send out email campaigns. For example, you may want to change the subject line of your email, and you may have, say, 2 subject lines. You're not sure which one is going to work out, and you can let the system decide. So it will send out the email with both subject lines, and based on the performance, like number of opens, number of clicks, and all of that, it will use the winner, that is the one that has most opens. It will use that as the basic template and send it out to everyone. So it has some nice flexible features like that. So that's a powerful system, the campaign management. And by the way, that complements our CRM system really well, where it synchronizes the data. I think we'll get to that a little later. So apart from marketing, again, we have another application called Zoho Books and Zoho Invoice for the accounting department, where you can send out nice invoices and receive payments online. And we also have some nice offline features as well. For example, let's say you have a customer who still prefers receiving paper-based invoice. And what you do is you can go to Zoho Invoice and say, I want to send this customer paper-based invoice. You just give us his address. We'll take care of everything. That includes printing the invoice, attaching a stamp to it, shipping it to the customer, making sure that it's received, and may want to chat with you. or it could be that they come to your website and maybe they want to search on your knowledge base, and based on that you may want to give him the response and give him the answers. But it's important that you have all these channels, support channels covered, and that's something that we have worked very closely on. So we offer multiple applications or add-ons. Something like Zoho Support covers this live chat to your customers. So your customer can come into your website and start chatting with you, and you can offer support through that. And by the way, that all these systems integrate tightly with your CRM system. So we'll get to that. And there are going to be cases where you may want to take control of your customer's desktop with his permission, of course, and control his desktop and fix a few things. And we have a product for that as well. We call that Zoho Assist. So at a high level, these are all the various pieces of software that you will need to run your business. Something like, say, employee management, recruitment processes, and all of that. And there are applications for IT where password management is a big problem, right? We all have 50 plus or 100 plus passwords that we manage. In the personal context, it may make sense, but in the business context, it is important that we share our passwords. So you need a system that can make it easy and so that you can share your business passwords with your colleagues, but it has to adhere to the organizational password policies. So we have password management and all of these. And there are many other applications, I'm not getting into all the details, but then what about the applications that are specific to your business, right? I mean, all the applications that I mentioned earlier are fine, but then there are still going to be some applications that are specific to your business. That means maybe you have a specific process for your employees to apply for a leave, or maybe your employee is traveling and you need an application for that purpose, or it can be any custom application. Well, for that we have an application called Zoho Creator that is an extremely powerful platform where you can create an application without writing a code, without writing a single line of code. But we also offer a nice scripting language if you want to write some code. So far we have over 700,000 applications created on top of the Creator platform. And there are many companies that are using it. I mean, companies like HP or Lenovo, or even organizations like UNESCO. And all these companies do use these Creator platform to create applications, and these are specific applications, and it is also integrated with many Zoho applications like CRM. And that's a really powerful platform, and that is going to be integrated with various Zoho applications. And if you look at the entire portfolio, you see the applications at the bottom where those apps are used by everyone in an organization, and then you see these departmental applications, that apps that are used by individual users within the department, and that is the Zoho application portfolio. And then there is mobile, right? It's not enough that you have these applications. It's important that all these applications are available on mobile as well. Well, so far Zoho has about 25 applications on mobile. By the end of next year, I think we will probably add another 30 or 40. Very soon, in the next couple of years, we'll have about 100 different mobile applications. We'll get into the details about mobile. We are investing very heavily on mobile. In fact, if you look at the employee count for mobile, we are one of the largest business software vendors with lots of employees specifically on mobile. And again, when I talk about mobile, we do many native applications, primarily Android and iOS, and we also develop web applications optimized for mobile, and then supporting standard protocols. We'll get into the details in the mobile session, but we are extremely committed to mobile, and every week there is typically one new mobile application from Zoho, or maybe an improvement to a mobile application, and there is a lot of effort going on there. And then there are third-party integrations. As I mentioned earlier, integrations are extremely important, and the applications not only have to work within themselves, but they also have to work with third-party vendors as well. And Zoho is a premier partner with Google Apps, and we are working very closely. Zoho is the largest vendor participating in Google Apps marketplace, and we have a strategic relation with them. We meet them every month, and we try to offer really good offering. And there are some exciting things moving forward as well. We are tightening the integrations with Google and improving the packaging there as well. And of course, we integrate with many Microsoft apps like Outlook, like Exchange, Microsoft Projects, or Office Suite, or SharePoint. So many other applications are integrated, and applications like QuickBooks or MailChimp, Dropbox, and several other third-party applications like Freshdesk. It could be Live Chat and MailChimp, as I mentioned earlier. So there are many others. And apart from that, we open up the APIs, and third-party vendors also integrate into Zoho applications. But at a high level, we have about 30 applications, actually 31 to be specific if you include the application we launched last week. But still there are some missing pieces, but we certainly are adding more apps. Again, just the number of apps doesn't matter much. Again, the core value is when these applications talk to each other. That is when it gets really powerful. When two applications talk to each other, the sum is greater than the individual parts. And that is what we believe in. So we are investing heavily on integrating these applications and make sure that they work seamlessly. And we have noticed that, and as Ian mentioned, we are trying to be the business operating system, the underlying fabric over which you run your business. So that means there are many processes that you have on your business to run your business, and we are trying to create applications so that the software layer is in place to grow your business. So that's the underlying thing here. So that is all I have to say on this. I'll be happy to take any questions.